Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my day. So, I just thought I would go over some things like being in your 50s. So, yes, I'm in my 50s. I know I look better than I am, but people see it on my resume, and that's what I'd like to discuss. Uh, People see a 50-year-old guy um, trying to start something new and like a new type of career. They really don't care. They don't want you. They want somebody that's going to be there for a long period of time. Uh, I would beg the question that most new employees, especially young ones, it's a 5-year term. So, 5-year turnover. Nobody, they get used to it and everything. You give them a hard time and they're gone because they know they can get another job. Me, on the other hand, I just looking for work. And yeah, it's hard. So ever since I moved to New Brunswick from Ontario, uh, I've been looking for work in New Brunswick, and I thought for sure that it would be easy, given my plowing experience, clean record, all the good stuff. To my surprise, it was my wife that actually got work here, uh, because apparently the school board doesn't really care how old you are. They really, really need people, and they need experienced people. And my wife fit right in there. She got a job before we even finished moving here. She was working. Um, Kudos to her. I think that's fantastic. My wife's a very good woman. Um, but I don't get what I don't get is the double standard. They think I'm 50 years old and I'm weak. No, I'm experienced, and I know how to get things done. And you use your strength when you need to use it. You don't. I don't know. You don't. You don't push yourself if you don't need to push yourself. You find when you're older, um, you get better results as well because less mistakes. But yeah, since moving from Ontario to New Brunswick, um, it's a little bit of shock. And yeah, I thought I would talk about it a bit. The place where I moved, the place where I am, it's a smaller town, not as much opportunity. Um, I'm going to give people advice if they decide to move to New Brunswick, which it's a beautiful place, by the way. I do love it here. Traffic is great. If you're from Ontario and you curse at somebody every day on the road, you don't get that as much here. I mean, occasionally, and it's mostly just the truck drivers. They'll pull out to pass, and they'll go like 2 miles an hour, but then they get back in. They're actually pretty good. Um, I wish they'd just stay to the right, but whatever. I understand. I'm a truck driver. I used to do the same thing, but um, not to the extreme that they do it. Anyway, so areas that like have a lot of opportunity. I would, if you're thinking about moving out here, uh, like there's Woodstock. It's pretty good, but the best places are Fredericton, um, Oromocto, St. John, and areas that have big cities, and those are like big cities. So, I mean, if you have, if you're a plow operator, if you deliver fuel, if you, oh, there's so many opportunities. But here's the thing that really kind of sucks: if you decide you're going to move to like one of the bigger cities, housing is more expensive. You can get cheaper houses farther out you go from a city. Um, you can even get big time deals on fixer uppers. But having said that, You got to know what you're doing as well. Um, I mean, and you'd have to have a trailer to get your all your uh, supplies that you need to the house, and you got to make sure that you bring food to your house, so you're not trying constantly driving an hour or more away just to get food all the time, and water and stuff like that. Always make sure you're on a well and septic. There are some cottages here, and some of the houses that are dilapidated, um, they don't even work anymore. So you got to be careful of that. Uh, Unless you're a construction guy and you're just going to do it yourself. That's but not everybody can afford a backhoe and a bobcat and yeah, stuff like that. You know what I mean. So anyway, so yeah, the opportunities are in the big cities. Um, I'm trying to get to move to the new cities. Uh, Rent is up there just like it is in Ontario. Um, Housing is a lot of people bought from Ontario here, and they paid like $700,000 for this fabulous house. Well, now those are the guys that are asking $1 million, and the guys that paid 400 or 300,000 for a house there now are paying 4 and 5. Um, you really got to watch your step when it comes to like buildings being sold like multiple units. Um, Apparently they're gold. They sell these bungalows for like $600,000 and $700,000 when they should be being sold for like 450. If they were sold for like 450, sometimes less than that, then they could afford to have a tenant, live in the house, and life would be great. But you know they just want the money for the house. So unless you have like two families that need one house, very rare around here to find something like that. And I've heard a rumor. Now this just could be a rumor, that there's a lot of people around building these multi-unit houses and buildings and selling them. That's all they do is they buy or they build and they sell. Problem is whichever area they're in depends on how much money, like rents, you're going to get for the place. Well, everybody wants to make money. They don't want to have to work or whatever, right? They're just trying to make a living. And like, let's face it, if you're a property owner of a building, you should be able to live pretty damn comfortably. That's my opinion. But not struggle. Like, if you own something huge and it's making lots of money, and you got to put it all back into a mortgage and upkeep and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's not easy because you're basically a superintendent for your building, and you can't just be working other jobs because you got to deal with your building all the time, keeping it clean, doing grass, snow, clean halls, etc., etc. Like, and if you're paying somebody, there goes your profits too, right? So something to keep in mind if you're even thinking about doing that. Yeah, unless you're a young fella, younger people have it easier. If I had done something like that when I was like 20 years old and then turned around and sold it now, I could have bought a house and probably retired, no problem. But I would have struggled all those years. But I mean, we all do that anyway. I'm just kind of ranting here today. I was thinking maybe I'd start doing a video a day, just talking about stuff. Nothing important really. Information for people that are interested in, living out here and getting things done. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not rich. Matter of fact, I'm losing my shirt here. Um, I've been working in Ontario for the last 3 years at my old job just to make ends meet. I've been trying to start this business. It's not going well. Like I said, it's a small town, and it's a small town. Anyway, I think that's enough of a rant today. I hope everybody has a good day, and see you tomorrow.